So that's the teaching. And Zen Master Bon does a really good job of kind of splitting the hair, because he's not telling us not to think. He's not telling us not to have a story or a commentary. He's telling us not to attach to the story. Because actually, we need to use our story to help us understand the world. But if we attach to it, then we shut down around it and we make it as if it's truth, rather than the story that's helping us move through this moment. So we mistake our story for reality. So the non-attachment of it helps us move into the next moment with a clear mind, like that clear mirror that Karen read about, so that we can once again notice what's occurring and understand it without dragging the last moment into this moment with us. That makes sense? Easy to say. We all know people who attach so strongly to their view that they don't see anything else. So maybe that split hair down the middle is finding a way to soften our hold on our beliefs and ideas of what is true or what is reality, and to be able to be open enough to the moment that we find ourselves in, with the heart that's open enough to feel the connection that we all have. Because if we lose that, it's very dry. Sometimes I work with people, they come in and they're in a state where it's dry and barren inside. And people who they generally love and care for don't really mean that much to them. And to fall into that side of existence is also a disease. So to use emptiness to cut ourselves off seems to me loses some essential connection to the world, to caring about what actually does occur. But to be too tightly attached to a particular view, or even a particular person, I suppose, then we lose something else. So, on one hand, you can say we're damned if we do, and damned if we don't. But if we could find that sweet spot in the middle, and Buddhism is called the middle way. It's not all this or all that. But if we can find that open-heartedness, that human connection, along with not holding too tightly to things, then maybe we can find some ease and way that we can actually live with some ease, but also some effectiveness. Because from the Buddhist perspective, our job is to help the world. But if we're too tied in to our own particular view of what helps, we end up being just part of the problem like everything else.